What is going on, everybody? It is Fitz and the Wagon back here with another video. Today we're gonna get into 10 things I love about my BMW wagon. More specifically, my E34 wagon, nonetheless, my BMW wagon. I chose a good place for scenery, thought I would switch it up, get out of the house today, go for a little drive. Anyways, guys, let's get right into the video. So the first thing I absolutely love about this wagon is the amount of cargo space that I have. Yes, it's a wagon. I know that's the whole reason why I sold my LS400. Let me just show you guys the inside of this thing. All right, so first of all, not only do we have tons of back seat room, we also have tons of cargo space as well. One cool feature that the E34 has is this hatch, allowing me to put in groceries and whatever else I need. This thing has an absolutely massive trunk, and this is without the back seats down. So if I were to lay down these back seats, I would have just way too much room to carry anything and everything I would ever want to. Moving on to reason number 2. It is gonna have to be BMW's reliable M50. Now, if you guys know anything about BMW from the 90s, they went from like the M20, 30, 40, and then 50. I think the M50 is what they ended up on for this wagon. This wagon did have a V8 option, but one, it's not quite as reliable, and two, the gas mileage is ass. The reliability of BMW inline 6s from the 90s is just insane. This thing has 178,000 miles on it, which is nothing. These easily go to 300 with taken care of, and all you have to do to take care of them is oil and belt and keep an eye on the rest of your fluids. That's reason number 2, bring it in with the M50. So I'm filming this video out here. It's a very popular road for bikers. Such a beautiful place out here, man. Alright guys, moving on to reason number 3. Since this is not only a touring, so the wagon, as well as the 5 Series, this thing comes with a luxurious interior. Now let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. As you guys can see, this thing comes with full leather interior, as well as very nice vinyl up here on the dash and on the doors. It comes with power windows, power seats, power headrests, came with original radio, and then it said something about a Bmw phone in the trunk. I don't know if it came with one or if it was an option, but the interior on this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It is spacious as all hell. Sitting in this seat, I do not feel cramped in the slightest. I could literally go on a road trip. This interior is part of the reason which makes this car so great. Give you guys another view here from the driver's seat. We got a massive black leather wheel. I love the armrest. It is such a nice touch, especially for being the 5 Series. Again, this thing is just so comfortable. And now, while I'm a skinnier guy, I fit in here just fine, and I'm very confident even a bigger guy could get in here and enjoy it all the same. And even with my driver's seat almost all the way back, even the rear passenger would have tons of legroom compared to the Skyline. All right, guys, reason number 4 why I love the E34 wagon, my BMW wagon, is that it is lowered on D2 coils. Just giving you guys a nice walk around. It sits at a very comfortable height. We got the fitment on 17s. I'm not gonna push it with this car. This is just perfect daily-able height, and it just rides smooth as can be as well. Being a heavier car, the upgraded Swift springs allow for a nicer ride all around. It just can handle all the weight of this boat. And of course, like I said, driving this thing, seeing this thing driving, just looking at it sitting here, it looks absolutely great. I'm not sure how low it is compared to stock height, but it is definitely a few inches lower at least. This thing is absolutely gorgeous, lowered on some D2 coils. All right, guys, the 5th reason why I love my wagon is gonna be the gas mileage. Now, I know compared to newer cars, it's not the best, but I feel comfortable saying this car has good gas mileage, especially with the other engine options. I'm talking about the V8 and then the older inline 6s. This thing does really, really great. What it lacks for in power, it makes up for in gas mileage. And I use premium gas in this thing. It costs $24 to fill up this thing. I've been driving it for almost a week now. We're at a half a tank, just daily driving this thing, doing chores, doing errands, whatever we need to do, and we're only at a half a tank. Coming from the LS400, you guys remember it costs $50, $55 to fill it up sometimes. This is a really nice change on the bank account, on the car, and everything in general. So that's number 5. Gas mileage is through the roof for this boat. The 6th reason why I love my BMW wagon, and this one I cannot stress enough, is that this car, the M50, comes with a timing chain. Everything that everybody told me about our older BMW, or our older BMW wagon more specifically, was, does it have a timing belt? Has it been changed? Or does it have a timing chain? The timing chain is just such a better setup for cars that are gonna last so much longer. Timing belts you have to worry about. Timing chains you do not, lesser so anyways. If a timing belt snaps, you are absolutely screwed. You're gonna have to reset timing. It can really mess up your engine. But since this wagon has a timing chain, I don't have to worry about that. If I hear chain rattle or something, we'll knock it out in the future. That was one of the problems that I had on my D21, but since this thing has a timing chain, reliability goes through the roof once again. Reason number 7, contrary to popular belief, parts are cheap and readily available for this wagon. Now, a lot of people think that since it is an older BMW, parts should be more expensive. Well, they're actually cheaper. There's actually more aftermarket support for them, and they're just easy to get. I walked into Advanced Auto, I got everything I needed. I was able to order my O2 sensor, my ignition coils, and pretty much any other suspension part or engine component on this wagon, I'll be able to get. If this thing ever does break in the future, we'll have tons of parts support for this thing, even down to the body, taillights, windows, everything like that you can find with a quick Google search. Number 8, these wagons specifically are cheap to buy. I picked up this wagon lowered on coils and wheels for 2,300 bucks. You can go find a 5 Series, just a sedan or another wagon for 2,500 and under. And if you guys are looking for a good daily, reliable for the most part, depending on the maintenance that the previous owner has done, I would honestly suggest one of these so far. Granted, I haven't had it that long, so we'll see what breaks in the future or what doesn't, knock on wood. These things are cheap to buy and maintain. So, like I said, if you guys are looking for a parts hauler, a daily, a drift car, my friend John just picked up an E34 sedan to slide. He welded the diff, it's manual, and he has loved it so far. Obviously, there are little things that can go wrong with every car, but for like 1,500 to 2,500 bucks daily, drift car, parts hauler, it can do it all, guys. I shit you not. This thing is absolutely awesome. You get the best bang for your buck for 2,500 bucks, especially compared to E36s. You're looking at like 5 grand, 4 grand for way less than what you would get here. All right, guys, number 9. This wagon is just aesthetically pleasing. If you guys like the boxy look of 90s vehicles and you don't want to go with something Japanese, this is your European option. This thing is timeless. It has aged very well. It is just an absolutely beautiful car. So not only is it beautiful, I get questions about it everywhere I go, and I know the previous owner Chris got the exact same thing. These things were very popular in the 90s, early 2000s, and even still today in America and Europe, they have a very popular following. This thing is just absolutely gorgeous, if you were not able to tell already. And like I said, if you're looking for a solid 90s look vehicle, this would be a great option, man. I mean, just look. We got the Oxford paint, we got it lowered just a little bit on wheels and tint. All of that is super easy to do, and you have yourself just an absolute unit of a daily vehicle. All right, guys, for my 10th and final reason, all of the other reasons have added up to this, and I might have mentioned this earlier in the video. This wagon is the ultimate road trip vehicle, and you cannot change my mind. You can put skis in this thing, you can load up anything and everything you need, skis, snowboard, all your stuff, as well as 4 people, and take this thing on a ski trip. We can pack a whole tent, we can pack all of our camping gear, we can pile into this thing, and we can go out camping. Both of these ideas are stuff I plan to do in the future. Since it's winter time, I want to go out and camp with this thing. I want to go on a ski trip, a snowboard trip, and just enjoy this wagon for what it is, what it's designed for. Not only do you have all the cargo space you could want in the car, we could toss a roof box on this thing, get the classic Euro wagon look, and have even more cargo space. You can toss wheels, coils, all the car parts in this thing, go to a drift event, man. This thing can be a truck. This thing can do anything we want. But for the 10th reason, I'm gonna go with the ultimate road trip vehicle. The gas mileage, everything we've listed thus far has added up to the ultimate road trip vehicle. That is gonna wrap it up for the 10 things I love about this car. If you guys think I missed anything, be sure to let me know. I had an easy time coming up with these 10. Some of them are from mine specifically, but in general, most of these will apply to your wagon or ones you'd be looking to buy. Anyways, guys, be sure to comment down below anything you think I missed or anything you think I got wrong. I'm a little biased because I absolutely love this wagon. This is gonna be it for this video. This has been Fitz Miller and the wagon, back here with another video, and we will see you guys in the next one.